Howdy, what's up? Is that my intro? That's my intro. Hey, my name is Sarah, and today I am taking myself on a solo date. To be honest, I didn't feel like going outside. My intro version was really kicking in today, but I had already booked this for myself, so I kind of have to, out of obligation to me. It's another museum. They have this exhibition of old movie paintings, I guess. I actually have no idea exactly what it is. I just saw it and it looked cool and I wanted to go at the time. And now I'm going. It's a nice sunny day here in Orange County, California. I've only been to this museum once and I don't exactly know where it is. Ooh, aesthetic. Ooh, photo shoot opportunity right here. Sometimes I really like artsy things like museums. I love how cool things like this just out and about. This is so aesthetically pleasing. What did it say? There's stuff written on the fountain. Like, I don't know what this means. 1917, 1918. These are years written out on a fountain. That's so cool. This probably has some historical meaning to it too. I don't know what it is. Look at this. That's cool. Wow. Okay, so according to all of this that's written here on the wall, this is a museum of all of these old vintage like MGM movie posters that were actually paintings, and they serve dual purpose to promote the film itself, was obviously, and kind of be the poster for that film and be like publicity, but also be like a standalone art piece. And I totally see that. That is brain. Okay, I'm gonna be so honest. I keep seeing this. My eyes are drawn to John Wayne. And I get it. I get John Wayne now. I'm sorry. First of all, Eddie Murphy. I'm sorry. Julie Andrews and Walter Matthau were in a film together? How do I watch this? This sounds awesome. I loved that. That was so insightful. I hear there is another wing. Shall we go? Okay, I don't know if this is the right way up, but I'm gonna try anyway. Here we go. For some reason, what's getting me is this Chihuahua dog on a leash with wings. That piece is called Fearless Mother. Yay! So we actually hit up 2 exhibits in one day. I will talk about my thoughts later because I'm still trying to collect them a little bit. But there is a farmer's market across from where I parked, or across from here. I parked around here. Anyway, there's a farmer's market nearby. I want to go check it out. It just got a little windy. Let's check these babies out. Ooh! I got shrimp dumplings. Someone just sat behind me. Just in case I need more for a thumbnail. There's a poke place a little ways up this way. And there's also a Thai restaurant down over here. I was debating between both, but I saw this first. Shrimp dumplings won. So I parked this isn't gonna work. I parked my vehicle at a spot that said 90 minutes. It's been 2 hours. No tickets, no nothing, but I am in my car. So if anybody comes for me, I'm in here. So I was reading one of the like posters or one of the, I don't know what it's called. I don't go to museums enough to know like what the terminology is, but like the chunk of words A chunk of words. None of the paragraphs on the wall that gives us more information about the time period or, you know, all that stuff that was going on. They were talking about how studios would just book actors and crew members for years and they would just be contracted and they had to do whatever movies they were coming out with. It reminded me of the Netflix series Hollywood. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but it's depicted very well in that because it is like a moment of film history that studios like Paramount, MGM, Warner Brothers, they would just have their set of people and they were good, and that's why they became big names, because they would just pump out a bunch of movies with them. For someone who is not super involved in the film industry or in the entertainment world as much as I used to, I do kind of have some knowledge of it. It's interesting to see how far it's come since it's first started, or at least in like the 40s, 50s, 60s, to where it is now, where pretty much everyone is kind of freelance in a way, unless you have some sort of solid connection with somebody, i.e. Lin-Manuel Miranda saying to Chris Jackson, if I work, you work. I have a job, you have a job. Also mentioned, which is really interesting because I kind of see it, the rise of sequels and like reboots, not necessarily reboots, but sequels and like movie series like Indiana Jones, Star Wars, all of that. They kept their same actors. They kept pretty much the same crew members and production team. So it kind of feels like that old version of Hollywood came back a little bit because it franchised. That I think was such an interesting thing to think about. Other than that, it was also really interesting to see how please don't hit me, bro. Come on, Subaru, I know you got this. Yeah, let's ride. It was also interesting to see how technology has influenced other forms of art media. I also didn't realize, I don't know if it was just me or like, I don't know, but I never really thought about the idea that all of the vintage movie posters were actual paintings, like someone painted it by hand. I think when you grow up in a digital world, you just assume that everything is computerized or AI generated and stuff like that. We forget that people are actually very creative and capable of doing a lot. Also that duality of it's not only here to promote a film, which is one art form, but it's also an art form in and of itself, which if you look back at a lot of old Disney movies, also old Disney movies, old movie posters, if you take out all of like the text on it, it says a lot already. So if you get a chance, go check out this exhibition at the Museo in Anaheim, California. This is not sponsored or anything like that, especially for you movie buffs. It's really interesting to get in there. Yeah, y'all get cultured. But I might have to cut the date short. I have some things to do for the rest of the day. I have a couple of errands to run. I gotta go home and make some food for myself. And I have a couple of dance classes tonight. So thanks for watching and thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for going on this date with me. Subscribe so we can hang out more, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.